morning, everybody. Today our lesson is about chapter 2, investigating the past. I want you to open your books, please, to page 26 and 27. We were not able to finish this, so we will have to continue. So we have the question. Yes, so how do we learn from the past?
We learn the event of the past.
Okay. We learn the events, past events. Very good. How? How do we learn? How do we learn? How do we know about the past events? Yes, Tina?
We will explore and find some evidence about humans in something like events, battles, wars.
Okay. Yes, and where can you find all those information about the past? Where? Tina is very good because she said we can explore different activities from the past, the wars that we had, the famines, but where? Where can you find all this information, boss? From Africa. Africa, yes. And then, while you are reading your books, can you find information from your books? Yes? Yes, definitely. Okay, so thank you very much. Let's move on. In this lesson, we're going to be learning about the commonalities between two words. We have archaeologists and historians, and we will also be knowing how archaeologists uncover and examine the things that people of the past have left behind. And what else was? This is interesting because we're going to be watching a video and you are going to write a few learnings about the works of archaeologists. So we will know and discover more about the works and the job of archaeologists. Are you ready for that?
Yes!
Okay. So are you ready to do the activity?
Yes!
Okay, but before that, let us try to focus on the question. I want you to go back to chapter 1 and tell me what you have learned from chapter 1. Okay, we have the hominids. Very good. Yes, Tina.
Homo erectus.
Okay, the Homo erectus. Good job. What else, Julie?
About the ancient world.
Yes, about the ancient world or societies. Yes, Sophie. Yes, the Sumer civilization. Very good. Dave.
About the continents.
Yes, we have learned about the continents. And who can give me 5 continents? Okay, yes, give me 2. Oliver. We have Europe, very good. We have South America, good job. What else? Let us try Anita. Give me 2 more.
North America and Africa.
Wow, very good. We have North America and Africa. And what about Tony? Tony too.
South America and Asia.
Okay, don't forget Asia. We belong here. Asia and South America. Do we still have more? Yes, Tina.
Australia and Antarctica.
Okay, we have Australia and Antarctica. Altogether, how many continents do we have?
7.
Yes, we have 7 continents. We have not finished yet. So, Unit 1, how do historians and archaeologists find out about the past? Now, I want you to look at page 26. Page 26, I want you to get your highlighters. Some of you were not able to highlight some words, but this one, I want you to look for key words about the word historian and archaeologist. Now, let's talk about some words, like for example, can you guess who he is?
Historian.
Okay, is he a historian or an archaeologist? Okay, raise your hand if he is a historian.
No.
Okay, what about an archaeologist? Raise your hand. Yes, very good. So he is an archaeologist because what is he doing, class? Finding evidence from the sky or in the ground.
In the ground.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. I want you to pick 3 keywords. Peter, stand up, please. What do you mean by the word historian? He is the one who
Find evidence.
Yes, he's finding evidence about people today.
People live in the past.
Yes, people who are living in the past. Very good. Now let's go to the second word which we are going to focus on today. Archaea means ancient things. What about the word logos? Yes, look for the word from the book. Okay, Dia. So tell me about the meaning of logos.
It means knowing.
Okay, it means knowing. Very good. So don't forget that. Everybody, I'll give you 1 minute to underline the words from your books. So class, look at this picture. What does it say? Read the caption. I can be an archaeologist. Okay, so class, you ask yourself, can you be an archaeologist? You ask yourself, can I be an archaeologist?
No.
Who wants to be an archaeologist? Raise your hand. Leah wants to be an archaeologist. Stand up, Leah. Why do you want to be an archaeologist, Leah?
I want to be an archaeologist because I like the many old things from the past, and I want to know more about the ancient things.
Okay, very good. So you want to be an archaeologist because you want to dig and learn from the past. It's a big surprise when you are digging and then something just went out after you have done something, right? Okay, so that's very exciting. Of people, what do you think they are doing, class? Again, they are? Digging for evidence. Very good. So now, you are going to watch a video and this is what you're going to do, okay? Are you ready? Yes. But before that, I want you to find a partner in 1 minute. Okay, now class, I want you to write the word artifacts. Artifacts, please write it in your notebook. Artifacts, these are what? These are old things from the past, okay?
Artifacts can be really old, like the stone tools that early humans used. Or they can be not very old at all, like some cans that people tossed away just 50 years ago. No matter how old they are, there are scientists whose job it is to find and study these artifacts. They're called archaeologists, and they help us learn more about human history. So how do they do what they do? Well, mostly they dig. Archaeologists are different from paleontologists who also do a lot of digging. Paleontologists study natural history and dig up fossils, but archaeologists study human history and dig up artifacts. Archaeologists spend a lot of time digging where they think they might find important historical objects or artifacts. But how do they know where to dig? If they have an idea of where they might find artifacts, they'll visit the spot and perform something called a survey. A survey is when archaeologists look for clues on the ground, like old or broken pieces of artifacts that suggest more cool artifacts might be underground waiting to be discovered. The archaeologists mark these spots with little flags. These are spots where they'll excavate or dig looking for clues. But sometimes archaeologists need to see the bigger picture when they're learning about a place. So they also survey places by looking at them from the sky. Hundreds of miles up in space, satellites are used by archaeologists to take pictures of places that might have buried buildings or the ruins of other structures that you can't see from the ground. Closer to Earth, some archaeologists use remote-controlled flying machines with cameras on them. By flying up just a few meters or so, these machines can give scientists a bird's-eye view of where there used to be something like a house or maybe a whole village. Once archaeologists have found the place they'd like to explore, it's time to get digging. But archaeologists don't just dig in these spots however they want. They carefully map out the whole area they want to explore, so they don't damage artifacts in the ground, and so they know exactly where they found them. And they do that by using grids. A grid is a design that breaks a section of the ground into small squares. These squares are usually marked with rope and string. Grids help archaeologists keep track of the different artifacts that they uncover. Each object they find is labeled with a grid number, and then its location is mapped, so archaeologists can remember exactly where each artifact came from. And when they're digging, archaeologists use all sorts of different tools, from spoons and brushes to shovels, and even digging machines like bulldozers. So once an archaeologist is done surveying and digging for the day, what's next? It's time to go to the lab. The lab is where archaeologists get a close-up look at the things they've uncovered. There, they start to make guesses about who might have made the artifacts, what they were used for, and when in history they might be from. These are the stats that archaeologists use to study how people lived all over the world. Some archaeologists, for example, study ancient Egypt, discovering tombs where people were buried, and learning about how the pyramids and other buildings were built thousands of years ago. Other archaeologists want to learn more about the people who built amazing old structures in places from England to the American Southwest. But lots of archaeologists study ordinary, everyday people in the past to see what their lives were like. Whether it was a family of farmers in Europe 1,000 years ago, or workers who built railroads in the United States just 150 years ago. In a way, archaeologists are sort of like detectives, digging into the earth to see what questions they can answer about our history, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Thanks for learning about archaeologists with us, and remember, if you have a question about anything you'd like to learn more about, just let us know by getting help from a parent and leaving a comment below, or...
Okay, now class, here's what you're going to do. I want you to stand up, everybody will stand up, and after counting, I want you to find a partner. another partner, and then you are going to share your learnings with the partner, okay? You are going Clap your hands for this. Good morning, everyone. So, what did you learn from the video?
What I have learned is that artifacts is surveying things that archaeologists found in bricks.
Okay. Very good, Dave. So you were able to find out about the word artifact. What about your partner? You can ask him, what did you learn today? Okay, so you learned about the lab, and this is the place where you examine it. Okay, they were able to examine the things that they were able to. Okay, very good. Put your hands for Dave and good job. Next one, let me call Julie. Now volunteer after Julie and Liam. Put your hands up.
This video we learn about artifacts.
Yes.
Artifacts mean things like stone tools, and we learn carving. This look food from the ground.
Yes.
It's a picture of America. It's what the zone that we want to find.
That's right. Very good.
To look to the evidence, what we find.
Inside this evidence that we found is so small. We need a microscope to see it clearly.
Okay, so you need a microscope to see the small items so clearly. Very good. Put your hands toss for that. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Siena and Daisy. So here's something that we have learned from the video and from Trannhatduat today. First, the archaeologists, they found the evidence of the past through what societies and people have left behind.
Yes. And what about Daisy? What did you learn today?
I learned about artifacts. Archaeologists find the artifacts is things that they found.
Okay, so they tried.
And archaeologists look for clues underground.
They look for clues underground. Yes.
They excavate to find the evidence.
Okay, good job.
And when they found evidence, they take pictures of the evidence texture and they can explore more.
That's right. And then after that,
They have found a specified fly pattern.
okay, great.
And they can dig with many different tools, big tools as small tools also. How they bury that when? Yeah. And the archaeologist is like a detective. They ask questions and they find evidence and then answer.
Okay, so archaeologists were like detectives. Very good job, excellent, good job. Thank you so much, Daisy and Tina. Okay, so now, class, we say goodbye to the word archaeologist. Let's welcome another word, which is historian. Very good. What do you call that dynasty that was the first one to be recorded? Yes. It's the Shang dynasty. What about the Minoans, class? What can you remember about the Minoans? What can you remember about the Minoans? Yes, Liam.
Minoans met by pottery and built grand palace with colorful
Very good. So the Minoans, they were able to what? Paint the walls with colorful paintings, and the palaces are really colorful. Very good, Liam and Julie and the rest of you. Thank you so much. So now, class, I'm sure you are all historians now because you learned a lot and you know how to express what you have learned. So let's try this one, class. Now, historians, let's take a look at the slide. They use these objects along with written sources to learn about the past. Our knowledge of the ancient world comes from what we learn from both archaeologists and historians. So class, what do you call again those two people who are very important for us to learn about our history? Historians and archaeologists. Very good. Ruler and your pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand up. Okay, here's what you're going to do. Team 1. Team 1, raise your hand. Yes. You are going to be the team of archaeologists who will be digging in Egypt. Yay, Egypt. And team number 2. Where's team number 2? Okay, so you are a team of archaeologists who will be digging in China. Very good. Okay, next team number 3. Okay, good. You are going to explore and dig in Rome. Very good. And team number 4. You're going to explore in Greece. Okay, and team number 5 in Okay, class, here's what you're going to do.
Good morning, everyone. My group is group 1, and we are the group of archaeologists find evidence about ancient Egypt. And here are some artifacts that we have.
This is a statue of Muhammad. This is the King of Babylon.
King of Babylon.
And we found it in area number 1.
Area number 1, very good. And then,
And this is the tablet. We found it in number 5.
number 5. Good job. Yes. And then, one more.
We found it in area 8.
Number 8. Then, one more. Number. Very good. Clap your hands, everybody. Clap your hands.
And the last one, we found a rock painting to put it illustrate about the forming. And we found it in area number 13.
Number 13. Very good. Clap your hands for archaeologist number 1. Good job. Next, number 2. Number 2.
Hello everybody, we are team number 2 and we dig in China.
Black.
Yes, we have the flag.
That's a photo of the weather in China. And that is soldier in China. They go to the wall.
Okay. Okay, good job, class.